guys, Kaz here, and today I'm going to be doing a book haul but also a stuff haul because it was my birthday in October, so I thought it'd be fun to like show you the birthday things. So yeah, first of all, I do have one book that was from August, so I've not done a haul since July because I got like 2 things in August. One of them I read and I'm unhauling, so I'm not going to haul that one. I have talked about it in one of my wrap-ups, so that's fine. But yeah, let's talk about the August one and then we'll get into all the October stuff because I didn't get anything in September. So in August I got an art copy of Queen by Vichette Chum. That very much might not be the correct pronunciation, soz. I got this from the publishers and yeah, I've not read it yet. I really need to read it. I'm going to read it this month for sure. I was going to read it in October, but then I was like, I read some spooky stuff and then I did a bunch of stuff in October, so I didn't have much time to read. It came out in October, so I'm definitely going to be reading it this month, November. And yeah, it's about this girl, and I can't even remember because it's been several months since I requested it, so I can't even remember. Let's have a little look here. So it looks like she posts a video and then it becomes trending, it becomes viral, and then other stuff, and then family stuff and things. So yeah. Moving on to October. So first of all, I'll show you some stuff that I got myself. So I treated myself to the whole of Lock and Key in hardback, so I'll quickly just go through them. So volume 1 is Welcome to Lovecraft, volume 2 is Head Games, volume 3 is Crown of Shadows, volume 4 is Keys to the Kingdom, volume 5 is Clockworks, and the last volume, volume 6, is Alpha and Omega. This is the only one I haven't read so far, apart from it also came with this one. So this is a couple of short stories. It's called Small World. I think there's 2 short stories in here based in like the Lock and Key universe. So yeah, these are the only 2 I haven't read, the last volume and the short stories. But I read most of these on Kindle when I had Kindle Unlimited for a little while, and volume 6 wasn't on there. And then it was just, I could never find it. And then it was like 20 quid brand new to buy volume 6. And like I didn't own all the other volumes because I read them on Kindle. So yeah, I had a look on eBay and someone was selling this whole set in hardback for 40 quid. So considering volume 6 paperback is £20 on its own, I think I got pretty much an absolute steal there. So yeah, I've been making my way through these because it's been a little while. I think I read up to volume 5 last year, so I'm making my way back through the story rather than just finishing it. And yeah, it's really good still, of course. Oh yeah, this is like a horror creepy series about this family, and they go to stay in this house that their father owned, his family owned, and then there are a bunch of keys and they do wacky, weird, creepy, strange things. And then there's somebody that's after the keys as well. So yeah. I did already own volume 1 and 2 in paperback. I'm probably just going to give it a charity shop, or if anybody wants them, pay P&P, then let me know. But yes, let's get on to the other stuff. So next up I have The Beast and the Bethany, volume 3 I think, Child of the Beast by Jack Meggitt Phillips. I got this one on Vine, which is this Amazon thing where if you review loads of stuff, they invite you to Vine and then you get stuff for free to review. This is a middle grade book and it's about this beast and this girl called Bethany. So yeah, need to read that one. Now we're going to be jumping into some gifts from my birthday. So first of all, I have Scurry by Max Smith. And honestly, I just saw the cover of this and the artwork looked amazing and it's all like animal-y. And that's why I put it on my wish list. This is also middle grade, but it's also probably going to be like really good and amazing. And look at that art. Look. Wait, let me try this better. So here's the artwork. It just looks so fun, and yeah, I can't wait to read it. I don't even know the premise, the storyline, just look at it and then that's why I wanted it. I'm gonna guess it's somewhere about mice and then a cat trying to attack them by the cover. Another thing in a similar vein, comic, I got volume 5 of Rat Queens. This is by Weeb, Gianni and Ferrier, and this one is called The Colossal Magic Nothing. So oh, it's got the word magic in. I could have read this for the flipping prompt. Guys, I randomly read this random thing that I found on Kindle for free that was really small because I didn't have a book with the word magic in for the the buzzword readathon that goes throughout the year, and I've literally only just read this. This says the word magic on. I could have just read this. Anyway, this is volume 5 of Rat Queens, which is like a D&D sort of thing. It's not, but it kind of is, just because there's loads of characters. Like, you've got your orc, you've got your elf, you've got your dwarf, etc. And it's just these characters, shenanigans ensue. It's definitely adult. There's lots of sexual stuff going on and bad language and fighting, and it's good. So yeah, I really should have read that one already. I did not see the word magic. You'll hear about the random short story I found in my wrap up. So I also have The Sun and the Star by Rick Riordan and Mark Oshiro. So this is about Nico and Will from the Percy Jackson universe. I'm not sure if it's a standalone or if it's going to be a series or something. It doesn't say anything on it as a series, but like a lot of series don't, do they? But I'm very much enjoying it. But I'm very much looking forward to this one. I don't know how it's written. I don't know if they've aged up the writing style with the characters aging up. I don't know if it's like a YA now. I don't know if it's still a middle grade. I don't know what's going to kick off. But whatever is going to kick off, it's probably going to be enjoyable because it's Rick Riordan and it's not the one set in Egypt. So it's going to be really good. I also got Broken Hearts and Zombie Parts by William Hussey. This is pitched right here on the front as a big gay rom-com with heart. We don't need anything else than that. Who needs a synopsis other than that tagline? Not me. I've just got so many fun things, but I also have a 2023 TBR that I need to read first. But yes, I'm very happy to get this one. And then, talking of Vine earlier on, boom, imagine my absolute shock and happiness when I saw that 12 Bones by Rosie Talbot was on Vine. This is a sequel to 16 Souls, which I read earlier this year and really enjoyed. And I was looking forward to getting the next book, and then it was on Vine, so I got it for free. I love it. Definitely need to get this one read, and then I don't know if it's going to be a duology or if it's like a series, ongoing series or whatever, but it means I'll get the series up to date. I definitely want to get this one read this year. This is set in York, and it's about these characters that can see ghosts, and then stuff's happened with the ghosts. And it's really cool because if you know York, if you know the ghosts in York, it's like based on actual ghosts in York. So I was reading the first book and they mentioned ghosts and I was like, bro, I know that ghost. I've heard of him. So it's like real ghosts that it's based on. And it's just a fun time. So hopefully this one will be just as good. I've got 2 more books and then I'm going to show you just some random stuff that I got. So both of these books I got when we went to Cambridge. The day after my birthday we went to Cambridge. We were meant to go to the Scott Polar Museum, but if you know me and my relationship with Captain Scott, he's a punk and he died in the ice. And then we got there and there was a sign outside saying it was closed that day due to unforeseen circumstances. So I blame Captain Scott. We did have a great time though, and while we were there, obviously you have to check out the charity shops, don't you? And I got 2 polar books because why wouldn't I? I didn't manage to get into the polar museum-y thing, so I got some books instead. First of all, I have Icebound, the Jeanette Expedition's Quest for the North Pole by Leonard F. Gutteridge. I've not really read much about the Jeanette. It's one of the ones that was like earlier on than like the main sort of era of polar travel that I know and love. I think it was a little bit earlier though. Not by a lot actually, 1879. So only a little bit before. So yeah, that'll be interesting, reading about one that I don't really know as much about. And then I also got another chunky big book, as if I don't have enough. This one's called Line in the Ice, Exploring the Roof of the World by Philip J. Hatfield. And this one seems to be just all about polar exploration, just throughout history and what it did and what we learned and stuff. And there's like maps and things and stuff. And yeah, it's one of them. It's got loads of things and stuff in it. So yeah, got that one as well. Side note, because November is non-fiction November, I think I might do a little here are all of my polar books video, if that sounds interesting to anyone. Probably not, but I'll probably just do it anyway because it's fun and it's non-fiction. But yeah, before we head on over to all of the other things I'm going to talk about, let's go to a clip from the kitties. That's what you're really here to see. I will be back. Oh hi! Look, this is seasonal Mance. All summer he's just been outside constantly, sleeping outside, staying outside. As soon as the clocks go back, bang, inside Mance. It's your winter era, isn't it? comfort, nice warm blankets. You're gonna fall off. Get on, you silly bugger. He has actually fallen off here several times just because he becomes liquid and then he falls. So we're on some random stuff now, and first of all I'm going to show you this. This is an escape from a shackled prison phone escape room. Well, it says phone escape room, but it's quite big, so you could just chuck anything in there. It has cards in it, and then you have to work out different puzzles and stuff and unlock the thing and then get your phones out, or other things that will fit in here. So yeah, that's going to be a fun time. I love escape rooms, and it's one that you can be replayed, I guess, for other people. Lock their stuff in there and make them do it as well. Next up I have some Artist Soft Oil Pastels. I've had a little play with these already and they're really creamy, really nice and soft. Let me just open the packet. So it's got a sleeve on it, and then it is the box. I'm going to give you a little view. Oh, look at all those lovely colours. Well, that was a very silly thing to do, wasn't it? They're on the floor, I'll pick them up in a minute. I also got some Magic the Gathering. If you were here in September, you would have known that I was co-host of the Magic the Gathering readathon, and I got some Wilds of Eldraine, which is the most recent magic drop thing. So you get the box, and then the dice isn't in here, it's in my dice tray, but you get this many boosters, and then these are the cards that I got in it. These are just other cards I got off my brother. But yes, and I pulled some really cool stuff, so I'm looking forward to making some more decks. And then the last few things all have a similar theme, so I'm not going to get all of these ones out, but I got some geodes, some unopened geodes. So it's like the rock, and then you crack it open, and then inside it has the shiny crystal stuff in it. I have 3 of them. I have these 2 little ones, and then a bigger one in this one, but I've not opened it properly, so I'll leave it in there. So basically I just really like this sort of stuff, you know, when you go to museums and you just see things and stuff and bits, and I want to make my own curiosity cabinet, and so this is going to definitely go towards that. And so are these. So these ones are little bugs in acrylic. These will also go in my curiosity cabinet. The next one is a spider, just so you know, jump scare. I have this one. The next one's a scorpion. I don't know if people are scared of scorpions. There we go. He's tiny. Little tiny Scorpio. And then last but not least, I have this really cool massive wasp guy. It has a really cool face, but I probably won't be able to show you it. Can you see it? Can you see his face? I've attempted to put the light in the right place to see his face. So yeah, those definitely go in there. And last but not least, I got a couple of things when I was in Cambridge. So we went to a museum and there were some fossils there you could buy. So I got a trilobite. This guy is 350 million years old from Morocco. And I got an ammonite. This guy is much younger. He's only 100 million years old from Madagascar. So yeah, there we go. Those were all the things that I got in October. Oh, no, actually, I'll show you one more thing. That's 2. One more thing. I got myself this amazing jacket. I was wearing it earlier, but then I went outside and I was too hot, so then I took it off for the video. You can't really see, but if you know anything about Critical Role, this might look familiar. So basically, I went to see Critical Role, if you know, you know, in London, and there were a few people wearing this Caduceus cardigan, and my sister pointed it out and she was like, oh, you should really like that. And I was like, hello, I'm literally gonna buy it right now. But I didn't buy it right now, I bought it a few days later. But yeah, look, it even has a little Critical Role on here. Can you see the words? Basically, if you don't know, Critical Role are just a bunch of nerdy ass voice actors who play Dungeons and Dragons. And they're like 4 hours long each episode is, because they're just playing D&D, and it's really freaking good. And I sat in a massive theatre of 12,500 people watching people play D&D for like 4.5 hours, and it was amazing. But also I am quite warm, so I'm going to take it back off and then bid you adieu, farewell. I need to pick up these oil pastels off the floor. So comment if you want, like if you want, subscribe if you want, do any of the things if you want. And I'll be back in a few days with another video.